Mario Andretti once said, excuse me, that desire is the key to motivation, but it's determination and commitment to an unrelenting pursuit of your goal, a commitment to excellence that will enable you to attain the success that you seek. Now, this seems like an easy task to do, right? Just think about what you want, make a schedule or a list, and stick to it, right? Wrong. For some of the people out here in our school, this is not such an easy task. I know some people out there who have goals, know what they're supposed to be doing and when they're supposed to be doing them, but don't have the motivation to actually do them. They would rather switch to an easier goal or just give up completely. I used to be one of those people. But to fix it, I've tried multiple ways of increasing and sustaining my motivation. Here are the three things that I found to be most effective: positivity, the reminder of your goal, along with the focus on the journey to your goal, and peer pressure. Let's first talk about being positive. An easy way to be positive to increase your motivation would be to first believe that you can achieve your goal and to pay attention to your progress and the effort you put in. These techniques are extremely encouraging because they help to remind you that it is possible to achieve your goal, and that the effort you put in makes you move forward. My testimony for this will be when I was writing this speech. Completing this speech was somewhat of a challenge for me. It took some time to get myself to want to work on it, and every time I would work on it, I would have trouble focusing on what I was doing. I didn't give up though. I had 7 days to work on the body of this speech, and it wasn't until the 5th day that I started to really get into what I was doing and focus more. I had to really resist the temptation to do anything else but to focus on this speech and getting the best out of my brain. The reason I was able to persist with completing this goal is because I constantly believed that I had the ability to write an amazing speech. Every time that a discouraging thought would come into my head telling me that I wasn't qualified to talk about motivation, I would look bad presenting, or my speech was bad, I would just push it away and remind myself, I have a working brain, just like all of the professional public speakers out there in the world. And if they can write an amazing speech, that means that I can do it too. Now, to accompany this belief, I put in effort. I didn't start out with a lot of effort though. What I literally did was write 3 sentences, then I just gave up because I couldn't think of anything else to write. I never opened my Chromebook again up until 2 days before the assignment was due. It wasn't until those 2 days, however, that I started focusing more and getting into what I was doing. I tried hard and stayed up 6 hours total working on the body of the speech. I never stopped until I was 100% satisfied with what I wrote. The reason that I didn't get discouraged while doing this is because I realized that the longer I stayed and tried hard to focus on what I was doing, the more words I would type. Well, Carl, what if I'm already a positive person and already monitor my progress, yet I still can't find the drive to keep on going? Well then, the next step is to remind yourself of your goal, but to focus on the journey leading to your goal. Using the reminder of your goal as a way to increase your motivation is effective, but sometimes only for a short amount of time. This is why I also recommend to focus on the present and the changes that you can do throughout your day to help you reach that goal. What this does is it'll help your motivation last longer. In addition to my previous testimony, I would like to say that as I put in effort working on the body of this speech, I didn't find enough strength from just reminding myself of my main goal. What also helped keep me motivated was paying attention to what I was doing in the present. Throughout my mind, what I would do is think about what I want my audience to feel, what I want them to know, what I want them to think about. and what words or sentences would go good together to achieve that. I found that when I would think about these things, I would motivate myself to type more and more until my work was complete. Keep in mind that reminders of your main goals aren't bad. It's just a lot more lasting and effective to focus on the present and the things that you can do in the present to help you reach that goal, in addition to a reminder. Lastly, I would like to talk about getting peer pressure to increase motivation. Getting peer pressure is surrounding yourself or paying attention to the people you care about or want to be like, and letting them have an influence on what you do or who you become. When you surround yourself or pay attention to such people, the things that they do in their lives, things that they say, and the things that they believe in start to rub off on you. Most of the time without even noticing. To relate to this using the writing process of my whole speech, I would like to say that part of my motivation is being in a public speaking classroom with people that put in effort. When everyone in our class presents, I find that the people whose speeches I thought were really great and were really well presented motivate me to get more out of myself. It makes me dig to see if I could get my speech to be as equally good as theirs, maybe even better. So, point is, make sure to focus, make sure to surround yourself or pay attention to those that you care about or want to be like. It will be really effective in increasing and sustaining your motivation because you'll constantly be exposed to the behaviors and actions of those people. You will eventually start copying. As you can all see, to increase your motivation so that you can do any task that you really want to do in life when you want, you need to be positive, remind yourself of your goal, but focus on the journey leading to your goal and get peer pressure. Applying these steps into your life with consistency can help you increase your motivation in about a day or two. These steps will help you become what your mind wants you to be. Thank you.